So I'm doing this video because you asked, why do I feel sleepy after eating? Why do people feel sleepy after a meal? This is one very common question that people are asking. I'm sure you will like to get simple explanation for this. Stay tuned. So sleeping after food may actually be normal or may be a warning sign. So what happens is that after you eat, your body tends to shift into what is called a rest mode. And for many people, this shouldn't be a problem. If you are like me, if you eat a light meal, I'm sure you know that sometimes you feel that sleepiness, but if you take a heavy meal at any point in time, there is a tendency to experience this more. So what's happening in your body? What happens is that blood actually shifts to the place where it is most needed. So when you eat, the digestive process is beginning to take place and the concentration of blood begins to move towards your intestine, your stomach, different areas in the digestive process. And then the shift is such that blood flow reduces to some other parts of the body, some organs, especially talking about the brain. So less blood alertness goes to the brain, so you may feel sleepy. Your brain tends to be low in activity at that point. That's the first explanation. The next thing that happens that may be responsible for the sleepiness you experience after eating is that there is a sudden rise and fall in blood sugar. So when you eat foods like rice, yam, pasta, bread, do you know what I'm talking about? Sugary drinks, you take sweets, all these break down into glucose. Your blood sugar rises and insulin is released. So a rapid rise and then a sudden drop or fall in your blood sugar may make your brain feel foggy, you feel tired, of course you're feeling heavy and feeling sleepy. This is usually a normal response of your body to food. There is no cause for alarm. So type in the comment if you are enjoying this video and you know that there is no cause for alarm. And the fact is that high level of consumption of carbohydrates makes this worse. As I said earlier, the sleepiness experience is more when you take more heavy meals. The next explanation I want to give is that the brain chemistry or organization actually changes after food. So there are some chemicals in the body that help the body to be alert, and there are some that help the body to get into sleep. So there's a particular chemical, tryptophan, that may get into the brain, serotonin also, and melatonin, which are sleep-related chemicals. So insulin helps these chemicals to enter more into the brain, and this is what is responsible for the heaviness, the fogginess, the feeling of tiredness that you may experience. In fact, these hormones actually help you to relax. That's why sometimes if you see somebody that's not doing well, and sometimes you're able to pick that this is related to hunger or food, after eating, you find out that individual may get into the sleep mode. Have you seen that happen before? Let me know in the comments. And finally, there are other chemicals, hormones, that actually are responsible for the feeling of satisfaction, that you may feel after eating. So these hormones or chemicals actually help to signal fullness and calm your body. This can also lower alertness. So who are those that feel this more? Who are those that experience this sleepiness more? It's people that eat frequently and especially eating heavily per time. large meals such as your swallow, eba, fufu, amala, in large quantities. I mean, there are people that finish 3-4 wraps of fufu, amala, eba at a go. So such people may experience this more. So high carbohydrate intake, low protein diet. Also, people that do not sleep well at night may experience this more. So if you have not had a good night's sleep and you take a heavy meal the following day, then you may experience more of this sleepiness. And that is commonly medically known as postprandial somnolence. Postprandial somnolence. Don't mind my grammar, okay? So other people that may experience more of this sleepiness include those who live sedentary lifestyle, people with insulin resistance and even pre-diabetes, those who take alcohol even after their meals. So when is this experience normal? Yes, like I said, it may be normal or it may be a warning sign. So mild sleepiness for about 30 minutes, 1 hour, sometimes up to 2 hours may actually be normal. It's commonly related to lunch, and you can actually handle this. If you're at work, you may just take a nap and get back to work. But most people, when at home, tend to get to bed immediately, which is not healthy. So after your meal, I will be telling you what you should be doing after taking your meal to experience less of the effect of this postprandial somnolence. When is this abnormal? This experience becomes abnormal if you feel extremely weak and dizzy after eating. If you need to compulsorily sleep after your meal. If you get sweaty, you are having tremors, shaking after food, then this may actually be an abnormal situation, possibly a drop in blood sugar. If you are a non-diabetic, you have non-diabetes and the symptoms are getting worse. When this experience affects your daily function, whether at home or even in the other room or at work. So what are the practical ways? I'm sure you would like to know the practical ways that you can prevent this experience. For some people, it's not a pleasant experience. And so let me share with you. You should eat your food or meals in small quantities. Portion control, eating small meals, even if you want to eat 4 times in a day, is good rather than taking one heavy meal at a go. Bigger meals means bigger blood sugar swings. So what you should do next is to balance your meals. Ensure that you eat protein, eggs, fish, chicken, beans, your fibers, vegetables, fruits, whole grains, healthy fats, nuts, avocado, and olive oil. Moderation in the intake of carbs, brown rice, oats, sweet potatoes, these are fine. Protein plus fiber actually slows sugar spikes. Next, you should walk after eating. 10 to 15 minutes walk after food is good. This helps to improve your glucose use and boost your alertness. Next is you should avoid sugary drinks. This causes a fast sugar rush and a fast drop about the same time. Next is stay hydrated. If you are going to experience less of this postprandial somnolence, you should stay hydrated because dehydration even worsens fatigue. Sleep well at night. Poor sleep exaggerates post-meal tiredness. And finally, lighter lunch, heavier breakfast, and you may function better this way. Simple explanation for postprandial somnolence. Let me know your experience. Let me know your thoughts about this. Remember, it becomes a problem if the meals are too large, you take a lot of refined carbohydrates, and you have an underlying blood sugar issue. Thank you for watching. Remember, you can show this channel your support by clicking on the like button if you like this video, and there are many other videos on the channel that you may enjoy and be well informed about your health. Then remember to drop a comment. Please share with a friend, a family, a colleague, I'm sure they will find this very informative. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye for now.